Yeah, here I am. It's Friday. Again. These Fridays happen so quickly around here, you don't even get a chance to get anything done before the next Friday comes along. Anyhow, maybe you see there's no doors in the damn thing now. No doors. I don't know whether, I think last week I took out the windows. Hang on, I'll turn this camera around. There we go. Well, more or less. A little bit slow moving. There. So this week was all about getting this piece here along the front there fixed up and in, and getting all that old, like there was a bunch of that old whatever you call that, rock guard on here. Then I started working around to the back and I fixed up this little piece here next to the door, and then I decided I'd fix the doors. And so I was starting to work fixing on the doors and discovered that it'd be an awful lot easier if the doors were outside it. So here's, this door is in the back there. This door is here. This door here is not in too bad a shape, and I was able to use it for kind of a model of how the other door should look, which is at the back here. It's a handy height to put them just in the back of the van, and then you can work on them. So that's the inside part of it done, and the outside part, the wall, the skin is on there, but not welded yet. Anyway, that's pretty well it for this week. And stick around, you'll see what I did. I'm sure there's more than that, but I don't remember. We'll see. Anyhow, have fun. Talk to you later. Yeah, here we are, new week, and back at the 1982 van. Big surprise. Now what I've left off with, I'll show you. I left off with this stuff here, pretty well done. A couple of little finishing touches to do over there, but I want to hit it with another coat of rust paint before I do anything there. And then I started working yesterday on taking out the windshield and taking the dashboard off of it. So that's what I'll continue with today and see what comes from it. Yeah, so I just took off the mirrors while I was at it here, just to get them out of the way, both sides here. Not very clean, that mirror, but we'll get around it. These are actually pretty nice mirrors, except that one use new glass, I think. Anyway, so next is to figure out how to get this dashboard off of here. There was a metal rack there, and the ashtray just should come out of here. Maybe. It's sort of still got a cigarette butt in it. No, that's something else. Garbage, but I think this ashtray has had better days in its life. Along the way. Anyway, I'll carry on. Yeah, now, next is this steering wheel thing here. So there, it was on like that, right? There was two bolts here, one there, one, where am I pointing? There were two bolts here, one here, and two bolts down here. These ones here are on 9/16 inch or 14 millimeter. These ones here are what they called shear bolts. I imagine that's for an accident or something, I don't know. Anyhow, they look like this here. Where's one? Here's one here. And so you can't even get a grip on it. So I got a grip on this one with a pair of vice grips and was able to turn it out. But the other one, they say, like in the book it says, you drill these things out and put in new ones. So I had to drill out that one, but I didn't get it quite centered, so I'll have to redo that one to a larger size or something. We'll just see what it works out like. Now, next thing is to like all the wiring I've got down, but all this stuff for heaters and everything like that is everywhere. This thing here, I don't know what that is. Something or other. But I'll just see what happens here if I take these screws out and the ones on the other side, and all the heater stuff, which is really doesn't do much anyhow. I don't know what's up here for heater, whether there's a fan up here or not. If there is, that's good. Anyhow, we'll just check it out and see. Then there's this red button here, which is like a holy shit button of some sort. I don't know what it is. Don't know what that button would be for. We'll find out sometime. Now the book says there's screws underneath here. One, I can feel 2 spots where there's screws underneath there. And you take off that bit of trim there. And then you remove these screws out here by the door. So I'll take off that bit of trim first and then see what happens. Did I point that in the right way? So right in here. Oh, there goes the wheel. These wires are holding the wheel up. In here. Where's my hand? Right in here. So there's the temperature control thing. I think that's for the gas heater, right? And then this thing here, there's a screw that holds it right about here somewhere, and one at the other end. So take that off, then figure it out. Yeah, so got a bit ahead of you. So glove compartment came out reasonably easy. I'll show you, because there is a trick. It just sits in there on this, like on a hinge like that, right there. See that hinge? But it's got a couple of things that hold it at the top. So when you open it, that just keeps it from coming apart, eh? So these 2 things, can you see that? That little thing just keeps it from flipping out. So you just unhook that and then the thing will flip out. This side here was broken. They had a tie wrap on it, which is fine. Now, these bolts here, one there and one there, and the same on the other side, I'll show you. They require the impact driver, which is an old style tool that I've had around since, well, I've had it for 40 or 50 years, 40 years anyhow. There it is. So I just put a little bit of an extension on it and put it in like that, and then hit it with a hammer at the back end here, and it'll slowly release that screw. Maybe I'll see if I can get this set up so you, no, I'll show you when I get it out. Yeah, there now, I've got one of them out, and here's the other one now. I loosened it with the impact driver, and then in this ratchet will go on the back side of it and pull it out with the ratchet. Let me just, that's fingering now. They aren't very long. They're just, oh, I'm short pointing the wrong way here. So that's what they are, just those little screws like that. Anyhow, 2 here and 2 on the other side. I better get that off before I dump it all. So I'll go and get the ones off the other side and bang them out with the impact driver, and then get them out with the wrench. Then see what happens. Yeah, there it's out. It's not as simple as what they say on YouTube, but it is out. Hang on, I'll just show you a couple of tricks, if I can remember. Now that it's out, it looks easy, right? But this part, that switch there, I broke it on the way through. I don't know how, I just bashed it with something and broke it. It's old. So, but that's the switch for the gas heater, eh? That's the igniter for the gas heater. So what I think is that you push it in to prime it and blah blah. So get this wire off the back of it. It's very difficult. There's a ground wire goes right there, and then that wire goes, the wiring harness goes there. This red emergency button on top there looks like it was just like for rear and front speakers, I think. I don't know. There's no speaker there. And then these, like the heater stuff just comes off. But these things here, the heater controls, like the heater, these controls that are in behind that little panel there, real pain in the ass. They have, there they are here now, and they have these little buttons on them so that the rubber things, which are over here, I'll show you the rubber things, you have to sort of get in behind them with a screwdriver. I'm pretty sure they'll, if they're brand new, they just slide on and off fairly easily. But after they've been on there for 40 years, it's not so easy anymore. So here they are here, and they're just these little things, like they just look like that, right? Can you see that? Sure. So I got in behind it with a screwdriver and pushed on it. This little opening here sits on that bubble that's right there. So when you put it on, it's on that bubble, and that holds it in position forever. And they're actually pretty strong. They'll last forever, I'm pretty sure, these things. So that's all right. And then there's two screws. Wait a second till I show you this bit of a trick here. All these things go in this bucket here. So there's a screw that goes into the heater thing here, right there, and one on the other side, and you have to get them from inside that gate, like so once, if like if you can get those heater control things off, then you can likely snap this thing off, because it's only held by a couple of things in behind there. But I'm a little bit scared about pulling that off because I'll break it. It's already been on there for 40 years, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't want to come off. So, and then this part here, that's the defroster fan. So there must be a fan inside that box there to make heat go. Oh, I guess we'll figure it all out as we go along. Anyhow, it's all out. There you go. And then the biggest thing I wanted to do was just to be able to get it out so I could fix the rust over there without worrying about it, and check on this whole thing here. I'm pretty sure that needs a rebuild kit at the very least, or what? Who knows? I won't put the dash on until I get the brakes working. Put it that way, I guess. Then I'll cover it all over in here and give it a paint job, like up in there. I want to make it the sort of one color. I'm not going to get too involved about taking all that stuff apart, though. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to test, see if I can find the wires and test the heater motor and see if it works. And if it works, then I'll be a happy guy. But while I'm up here, I'll fix this, right? That's the only fixing it needs. But I'm going to lift it up and take the bumper off while I'm here, and that's down here. I'm pointing away down here. Take the bumper off and also fix up this stuff that's down here. And I might as well take the grill off and see what's behind that. Yeah, there's front bumper. Just, it's got the two bumper things, like the black things that go on here. They just have a screw holding them in, and they pressure fit onto the bumper. And then 4 bolts, half-inch bolts at the top. And I'll clean them up before they go back on. But the bumper, it looks like it's, well, really this is the bumper here, part of the body. The bumper is just inside is a little bit, whatever you call that, rusted and pitted. But what I'll do is I'll clean that up a bit in there and then put some rust converter on it. Because the outside doesn't even have any dents. Excuse me. Well, a couple of little dents. But what do you want for something 40 years old, hey? So it's quite serviceable. I'll clean it up and we'll use it. Yeah, now there's the grill, right? And it's just these little things here that hold it in, little plastic screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all together, and then it just jams into the bottom of it, right in there over the lip of that. Now have a look inside here and see how things are. I think, oh yeah, yeah, just the previous paint job is interesting. But it's all, this is where, this must be the air vent here for letting air go into the heater. Anyway, now the only place where I find problems is right down here. I'll bring the needle scaler in and see what I can do about cleaning it. Like there's lots of cracked stuff here. I don't know what's going on. I'll needle scale this front stuff down here and just see what's going on. See what's happening, but I don't see any other rust anywhere, which is quite. That's good. I think it's not bad. So a little bit of rust down at the bottom here to fix up, and I'll get the needle scaler out and do a little bit of needle scaling and see how things are. There you go. Yeah, here you are. A little bit of noisy live action with the needle scaler. Yeah, so here now I've got light in one hand and a camera in the other hand. So that they repaired along here, but they just put Bondo in there to, you know, fill up that hole. And so I guess I'll cut it out and do it right. And then they've got this, rock protector stuff on it all the way across here, and it didn't even adhere to the car very well. Anyhow, and then this stuff here just came off. The paint came off down to the original color. So I guess I'll get at her, or keep at it. I'll fix this up, and I'll fix up the up by the window up there, and then that'll be another chore out of the way. The bumper itself, or this part here, is actually in really good shape. It's solid. It's part of the frame, and the frame all over is good as far as I can tell. And the thing is built like a tank. Like I don't know, they must have taken over a tank factory to start building these things. I don't know, but I'll carry on. Yeah, so here I am, and I guess that's enough for today. Anyhow, it's just about 5 o'clock, and it's dark outside, so it's time to go and make some supper. So that's another week started. Didn't even use the welder today. That's all right. I can take these earplugs out now, and I'll let I've got the van up a bit. I'll let it down to a normal level, and that'll be it for today. This stuff here, tomorrow I'll put it over in the other shop along with the dashboard, which is way over there, and dashboard stuff is over on the table there. Anyway, that's good. See you tomorrow, I hope. Yeah. I guess it's time to get the big shop ready for winter here. I've got lots of stuff that I have to put up above to get it out of the way, but first I got to go up there and clean it up, and then move the Porsche, put the wheel back on the back of it, move the Porsche over to where it's out of the way so I can get more stuff in here. The boat is over there. Only one boat out here this year, and if I move that, I should have lots of room for everything else. Okay, well, I have moved the boat. It's not going to be in here this winter. There you go. Yeah, so there it is. That's a little bit more room in the shop there now. So let me see. I've got the BMW's here, right? And I've got the Triumph TR7 sitting there. A bunch of, lawnmower over here, my radial arm saw, That's the motor for the hovercraft. Then in slot number 1 is TR7. Slot number 2 is golf cart. 2.5 is the Honda Helix. Slot number 3 is another golf cart plus Volkswagen parts. I slid the hovercraft into the in behind there, and here's the motor for the Volkswagen sitting here waiting to go. I put a bunch of the Volkswagen stuff up there in the attic. And then this is Gus's ready to build garage. Oh yeah, and of course, then the Porsche. I've got that down just onto a wheelie thing, so it'll push around now. And there's room. I'm gonna rearrange things when the winter comes. I'll put the Beamer over here, slide it in here, and there's another golf cart coming sometime. Then that'll leave room for the tractor to slide in over there. So that'll be good. All right, that's all for now. Anyhow, that used up most of the day. It's pretty near dark out there now. I don't know what time it is. So not much happened over on in this shop over here. Not a great deal happened. Oh yeah, the trailer came home and it's parked next to here. And the boat's there for the winter. So everything's pretty well set to go. And the Mercedes, as you know, is sitting inside that tent there. Not much happened in here today. Looks exactly the same as it did yesterday. So anyhow, that's all for now, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Yeah, here I am. It's what day is it? Monday morning. Back on the Westfalia. So I'm going to wait a sec. I'll just turn this around. Now it didn't quite point where I wanted it to, but that's close enough. So I want to start working on this front bit here, but all the paint up here is poor. So I'll take one of those stripping things and get that paint off of there and see if there's anything else hidden underneath there that I have to address. But first, I'll take out that, where's it pointing there? That signal light there. The other one's missing. I don't know where it is. It might be with the stuff upstairs. It might not. Yeah, there you go. Just 2 screws, one there, one above, and they hold in here and here. And then there's these clippy things. Well, it's got 1 clippy thing. Used to be 2 clippy things. And then this light here just plugs into it. Oh, I'm pointing the right way. Yeah, this light here plugs right into it, and then pretty simple. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of it cleaned off. This stuff here, it's that rubberized stuff, or like, I think they call it rock guard. I'm not going to do that all over the car. I'm not going to grind it off all over the car. Just the bits that have this rock guard on it. Like there's a line of it along here, all along here, and down through here. So anywhere with the rock guard, I'll grind it off the paint, and without the rock guard, I can just scuff that up, and it's actually got a good prime coat on it there. And the good news is there's nothing hidden underneath the paint. Yay! So it's all just nice metal underneath there. So I can clean that up and make it ready for paint again. Hey? Oh, what a chore that getting rid of that rock guard is, so because it's just like little granules and it covers everything. Everything's covered in rock guard. Maybe it'll save all this stuff in here from getting rocks on it. I don't know, but it's a mess. Anyhow, I'll carry on. I've got a little bit more to go, and then I'll got to figure out a way to get something in here to clean that up. I did use this thing here for a little bit, but that rock guard stuff just stops it. So it doesn't work well for rock guard. So this is a 60 grit disc that I've been using, and it seems to take it down pretty quickly. Anyway, there you go. Now I can cut across fairly good all the way across here. I did that, right? I still have a little bit of cut right there to do. Anyhow, and then this is spot welded down here. I can get that off, I hope. And then, but how do I make this vertical cut without wrecking everything else? I'll think about that for a minute. Yeah, I got slow motion repairs here. I've been at this all day long. This bit here that was rusted in there. So it's got a flange coming out the front, and then there's another piece of the flange going up the back. And so this was rusted at the back there, creating, and the water was getting in between. That created the rust problem there. So I'm only going to put the flange in the front this time. Over there it seems to be all right. So there's a couple of spots where I'll clean up a bit. But then I had to knock all this stuff out with a chisel and a hammer. And now I'm going with like a die thing, whatever you call these things. Where is that little thing? Here it is here. One of these things here. And that seems to be able to take the tops off. Because I can't get anything in there with my, nothing will fit in there with my, whatever you call that thing, grinding wheels. They just won't fit in there. So here I am, I'm just carrying on with as best I can here. So hopefully I'll get those things knocked off, and then I'll be able to start building a piece to go in there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, what did I do while you weren't looking? So I took the needle scaler and scaled it all in here. The little hole there, and on the back, I'll drill that out and I'll put a patch, like a plug in there. And then if you remember how I make plugs, I'll show you when I do it. Then while you weren't looking, I made this piece here. I didn't have a piece of metal long enough, so I joined two pieces of metal together, and then I bent them. Then I stuck them in the shrinker stretcher and stretched it so it would make the right amount of curve, which, like you can see it on there, it seems to be the right amount of curve on it. I had first stretched it too far, so it was too much curve. Then I shrunk it back so it's right. Now I'll trim it so it fits in there up and down pretty good. Like at the ends here, I'll trim it to here and here. And then I'll cut and butt along the top here. And that'll be tomorrow, because don't you know, that's the end of the day today. It's, oh well, getting close to 5 o'clock. I'm pretty sure the dog wants to get out and have a pee. I was up there about 3 o'clock and he was let him out for a while. Anyway, but it's dark outside and time for supper. So there you go. See you tomorrow. Yeah, now I'm getting way ahead of you, I think. I'm not sure. So I made this piece yesterday, right? Do you see it? And then I've cut these plug weld holes into it, and it's fitted in pretty good to that spot across. So I'll put a weld here, and I'll put a weld here, and I'll put a weld there. Then I'll cut and butt that top piece in right here. Then I'll, once I get that tacked in a few spots, I'll plug weld it down solid on the bottom here and get the sides welded in. So it looks like it's going to work okay. We think. We'll see. Yeah, here we are now. I got it welded in. So I marked, see how these white spots along here? I marked where the old welds were, the old spot welds, and I put the new spot welds on them. That way it was onto solid metal, clean solid metal. And then I've got it just tacked along the top there. So I'll finish off getting that thing welded in there, and then I got to figure out how to get that grinded off. That'll be a chore, I imagine. We'll see. Yeah, that's as far as I got to today. Let me see. I'll just turn on the light here for a second and show you. So the yeah, lights on the ground now. Hey, here we are. Up, up, up. There. So I did get it spot welded on the bottom, or plug welded on the bottom, and then just tacked in there on the top, well, a couple of tacks. So tomorrow I'll attack that some more, and I'll fix that hole right there. Can you see that hole? Oops. Yeah, there's a hole right there. Anyway, this fella here is helping me out here. So, gotta go back. He doesn't like the shop. Don't know why. Anyway, that's it for today. We're gonna head into town and get some more steel. So I picked up a couple of sheets, 5x10 sheets of steel, and they're just about impossible to wrangle. But they're here now, and so I'll chop them up into manageable pieces tomorrow or the next day. Got to go to work for tomorrow for a bit, so don't know how long. Likely to be back out here in the afternoon sometime. Okay, doggy, come on. He doesn't like being in the shop. Come on, let's go. We're done. That's it for the day. See you. Maybe so wrong button as usual. Got the earmuffs on and everything. Anyway, ran out of steel yesterday, so I had to go and buy some more. I went to a Princess Auto where I usually buy it, and don't you know they didn't have any 18 gauge stuff there. So I phoned up the local scrap dealer, and they advertised selling it, sheet steel. Only thing there is at Princess Auto you get a nice little piece, 24x24, it's 24x48, fits in the back of the car just quite nicely, and they charge you right for it. And this stuff here is a 5 foot by 10 foot sheet, so I have to cut it down myself at home. So I got two sheets. Princess Auto, one little sheet of 24x48 is about $60, and this thing here, 5x10 sheet, is $75. So I'm busy with the plasma cutter here today. I'll show you. Cutting it into 30-inch segments, so 5 feet wide, 30 inches wide, 5 feet wide, 30 inches long, or whatever you want to call that. Here's the plasma cutter. And it seems to do a pretty good job of cutting it. The first one was the first piece I cut was a real botch job, but the next one after that was pretty good, and I just use that board there to keep it lined up. So maybe I'll get the tripod out and I'll show you how I cut one or two of them. There, that's kind of set up to go there now. This is from that little line there to the end here is 30 inches, which is 2.5 feet. And then underneath I've got just a jack stand underneath there so it doesn't topple over on me. And now I'll just put it in the into the here. See what happens here. Yeah, that's about right there, hey. Anyway, there, 1 minute of stuff I'll cut out later, right? Ground wire. So I'll likely get one cut done, and then I'll do it in slow motion or fast motion or whatever you want to call that. Yeah. Yeah, that got interrupted for a delivery. You see that box there is a Frontier sawmill. Showed up here today. So now I guess I've got to start making lumber. Interesting. That'll be another project on top of the small list of projects. Anyway, back to the task at hand, which is cutting steel. There. It's all cut up. Okay, there. That's that stuff all cut up. So this thing here, the setting I have it on is about 3/4 of the way, 41 up here, and the air is, it's got air at the back of it here. And I've got that set to, I don't know if you can see that? Yeah, right here. Got that set to 30 pounds, give or take a bit, 28 I think. And it works pretty good. It makes a nice cut, and the more I use it, the better I get it with the cuts. Like a little bit of slag on these guys, but not too much. Anyhow, and then this thing here, Frontier Sawmills, showed up. That weighs about 1,000 pounds, 900 or 1,000 pounds there. So I'll get a tarp to cover that, so that to keep the rain out of it. I imagine it's fairly good the way it is right there, but I'll see if I can cover it up with a tarp or something. And I won't do anything with it right away. There you go. That's it for today. Yeah, here we are. It's 4:45 now, and not much happened in here today at all. But I did get my pieces of steel cut up into 30-inch chunks by 5 foot wide. So now I can just take them and cut them like I do normally in here, and clean them off like I do normally. It'll take a bit of cleaning for this stuff, but it sure was cost effective, I guess is a nice word. And the tractor's parked back there, and the trailer's parked over there. Don't know if you can see that or not. Yep. And here, I was able to get this off the trailer, with the bucket on the tractor. Just hey, there you go. There's another golf cart. That one's a pretty fancy golf cart. It's even got NiCad batteries in it, and well, there you go. But this one here, that's the frontiersawmills.com, right? So I put 2 straps around it, one here, and then chain across, and then I chained it up and lifted it with the front end loader. It lifted up pretty easy. Then I brought the car. See the car's out there. So I brought the car out and hooked it onto the trailer and pulled the trailer out from underneath it, so I wouldn't have to try lifting it over any higher than I had to. Then as soon as it was trailer out of the way, I let it down to about 4 inches off the ground and slowly brought it in here, because it's pretty well at the capacity of what you can lift with the front end of that, unless you start loading up the back with lots of weight. And I don't have lots of weight. I just have the snowblower on there. I was thinking if I had to, I'd just hook a log to the snowblower and lift it up, and that would give it lots of counterweight there. Anyway, there you go. That's another day in the life here. But I was working this morning. until like I didn't get home until 1:30 or 2 o'clock or something. And then I had other work to do. So actually a full day today. So I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. Yeah, here I am back at it again today. It's, what is it, Thursday. And on to the VW, here's where I left off the other day, 2 days ago really, because I was, wait a sec, I'll turn this around. There we are, that pointing, well, more or less. Anyway, here I was, this part up here, getting that welded in, plus this one little hole right there. Can you see that? Yeah, there's a hole right there. I'll get that. I'll put a plug in there. Anyway, they, excuse me, yesterday I got, I went, day before yesterday in the afternoon, I went and got a couple of sheets of metal from the metal store, and then I cut it down into, that's 5 feet wide and 2.5 feet, 5 feet long and 2.5 feet wide. So then I'll just have to clean that off with my cleaning machine before I do anything with it. But it's usable now, and I cut them off of a 5 foot by 10 foot sheet using the plasma cutter, and there's a little bit of footage from yesterday of that, hey? And then, don't you know, the sawmill showed up yesterday in a delivery truck, so I got that unloaded and in the other shop there. Haven't even cracked it open yet to see what it looks like, because I'll carry on with this. Maybe on Saturday I'll look into the sawmill. So I'll get this welded in here today. Excuse me. And then we'll carry on with whatever comes next here. I think what comes next might be bottom of the doors. We'll just see. Oh yeah, I have to fix the windshield up there. Up there, I'll fix the windshield. That's after. And a little bit of rust right here. I don't know what, I have to take a grinder to that or the needle scaler to that and see what happens. Anyway, just carry on. Yeah, so there now, that's welded in and mostly ground down. I've got to get a smaller grinder to get into these areas down here, which I'll work on. But now I'm fairly pleased with that. That's a pretty good fix. And then I fixed this hole over here while I was at it. I just, when I was waiting for this stuff here to cool down, I drilled that hole out and made a plug for it, and there we go. Anyway, there we go. That's another task done. I think I'll have a look at, see what this is. Yeah, there, that bit there I got just kind of cleaned up, put a patch in there, a little one, and that will be good. Next, I don't know what's next. Hang on. Oh yeah, next is windshield. That's fairly easy. Well, I don't want to get into anything too deep right today because it's 3 o'clock already, and that'll be another hard day at it, but we'll just see. I'll just drop it down. We'll do the windshield business up there and then carry on. Yeah, so here, just this little bit of rust around here I'll fix up now, and I think that's, I'm actually quite happy that that's the only bit of rust around the windshield that I found, and I don't think there's any more up above. I imagine, well, where am I pointing? Up there, once I take that roof off, there might be something underneath that, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, there's a bit of noise in the background, but here's that piece sort of ready to go in. I made it on the sinker stretcher and then cut it out to sort of fit in here, and did a bunch of grinding and fitting. So it looks like it fits alright, except for down this end, of course. Whenever I make one of these pieces like this, I always make it too short. So I have to then just get another little filler piece to put on there. But that's okay, I can do that. Okay, I'll just go ahead and start getting it in there. Yeah, now I've got that famous spot welder out here. So I'll just put a couple of spot welds in where this the flanges come together. The inside flange was all right, and I've got this welded in on the outside here now. It has to be. I have to clean that up and make it look better, which I will do. And it seems to fit all right, so we're good. Yeah, that's in there now, and looks good. Should be all right. I'm a little bit more grinding to do right here. I'll do that somehow or other. But mostly it looks all right. That'll likely pass inspection there. Didn't even lose the body seam here. Huh. Yeah, there. So I took the door, all the door stuff out of here. Put it in a little bucket. Another one of the little buckets from over there. And the good news is good news. The bad bit of the door down here, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that? Where am I pointing? Yeah, right in here. So it only is bad to about here, and for the most part it's in pretty good shape. Clean the spider webs out of the way and be all right. So on the front side, so on here, right in here, so it'll be bad up to about here somewhere, and then down to about here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So I'll just cut that out, put a new piece in, and the rest of the door is all right. I'm quite happy with that. This part here, that looks not bad now. I'll put a little bit of body filler on that to fix that up. This stuff here, I don't know what the hell that is there, but anyway, it wasn't, whatever was the paint didn't hold on that very well at all. So I'll clean that off and make it so the paint does hold onto it. Anyway, that's whatever happened. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta put that door stuff away now. So that's pretty well it for the day. Anyhow, it's about 5 o'clock and time to quit. There I am. So I'll see you all again tomorrow, I hope. And what day is it? Thursday today already. My oh my, the week goes by fast. So not too much excitement this week, but a little bit got done. So we'll see what I get done tomorrow, and then carry on from there. Bye for now. Yeah, here I am back at it. And let me see, what am I up to today? I think I'm going to tackle the door. Hang on, I'll turn you around. There you go. How's that? So this, I'm pretty sure I just have to cut it across here. Where am I back out here a little bit too close. Cut it across here and down like about there somewhere. I'll take the needle scaler and scale off the inside of the door. I've done the outside already, and see what it looks like. Yeah, so I was chopping away down there with trying to fix it while it's on the car, but now it's going to be easier to take the door off. So first thing is, this wire comes out this hole right here, and there's just this little rubber grommet thing that holds it in there. So I'll tuck that up out of the way here. And that's just the only wire that goes to the door here is speaker wires, and they'll be fine. I'll just let them be. Then the next thing is to well, number two is to put the window down so I don't break the window, right? So I'll just get my little window lever here and put the window down if I can. There. That's safely out of the way. Then this little doodad, little plug thing, fits right in this hole right here, and that's to keep the door from getting pulled off in the wind, eh? And it's supposed to have a little bit of a clippy thing at the bottom of it, but there was no clippy thing there, so I have a box full of clippy things. Likely I'll be able to find one to fit in there. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and the door should come off. I'll just check it out and get back to you. Yeah, that was pretty simple. The thing's built like a tank, like it's just very heavily constructed everywhere, which is good. That I don't think there's any trouble with the frame up around there. So the door's off now. I'll fix the door and take this weather stripping and put it somewhere safe, right? And then here's all the pieces here in my little drawer thing that I'll put away. So I'll fix the door and then it'll stay off until such time as I'm ready to get it back on there. And the other door will come off too, I guess. It's amazing. I got it right down. Then the roof will come off. There won't be anything left. Holy boy, there won't be nothing. There'll be nothing left. Easy to get in and out of now. Yeah, I know. Now that that's off of there, and I've got it moved back here, where I can work on it and see what I'm doing. So I'll fix the inside part first, I hope. It shouldn't be too tough to do. Wow, famous last words. There's some bends and crooks in there that da-da. Now this thing here, I'd left that, I didn't cut that off because I was wanting to know how deep it went. Oh, there, that's how deep it goes down to there. About like that. But that'll get cut off soon. In fact, it'll get cut off pretty near right away. I'll just measure that and see. Then, make some pieces and see if I can fix this up. Yeah, now you can't really tell what's supposed to happen here for how this all comes together. So I took the other door off, see if it had any better look, and it actually is in better shape than that door. So here we are. This comes around, and that kind of like, so the curve comes around here. This thing here fades out right there, and then it curves around. So I can likely build that in 2 or 3 pieces. I make a piece that comes around like this, and then I'll make another piece with the next loop on it here. But that won't be too tough to, well, famous last words. It's got to have another loop here. So we'll just see how I can get that to all come together. But it sort of just, everything fades out right here to nothing. So first, I'll build a piece that comes around here with a, how do I do this? This bump here fades out right there. So I'll build a piece that comes around here to here and has that bump on it to there. See how that comes together. Might not be too tough. If I build this piece here to here and then leave another piece on to keep it going, see what happens. Yeah, now there's the first little piece in there. So this kind of goes around and makes it flat and level there. This thing here then fades out here somehow or other. I don't know how. I haven't got to figure out how to do that yet, but it'll get there. Might have to cut that and put an angle piece in or something. Same with here, it fades into that. So that's got to be sort of cut and then put an angle piece in or something. Or maybe this has to come back a bit. We'll see. Anyhow, now the next piece would be right along here to here for the inside. And then this part here, that's as far as it gets on the inside there. Little piece go across in there. So that side there is done. This side here, I still have to get this last bit of stuff in here. I'll work on that. Yeah, so here's the other door. Now this part here, from this tab to here is okay, and around the corner to here is okay. Now I've just got to get this bit here built in. See how that comes up and meets it there? Okay. So that'll be alright. I can just make that meet there. Okay. That's coming along. Yeah, so I'm having an awful lot of trouble getting my mind twisted around of how this piece here joins in here. It just doesn't. There's a tab here, a tab here, a tab here, a tab here. That's 4 tabs. There's another tab here, maybe. I don't know. So I made this piece, which is for the front side of the door. So I got to turn it over and see if I can get this piece, that piece fitted on in the correct spot where I've got it sort of lined up right there. And then I'll cut and butt that in Then I'll be able to fill in the rest of this stuff, I hope. We'll see what happens. Can you see that, what I'm talking about? It's all very kitty wonky, right? Anyway, doors. Thank God the other door isn't as bad. It's just this one here is kind of rough. Yeah, there now. I've put the outside piece on, and I measured on the other door. I measured from the hinge here down to the base of the door, and it's got the flange has got a bit of an angle on it. So who knows? We'll just see. Anyhow, it was 12.8 centimeters from there to there, and this is 12.7. So I guess we're close enough. Now I'll turn the door over the other way again and see if I can figure out how to get it finished up on the inside. Yeah, so there, that's the, can you see all that? That's the inside part, mostly done. A little bit of fill right in here to put in. Don't know what I'll do about that just yet, but we'll think about it. Then there's a couple of these tabs here, and there's supposed to be air goes underneath there to let the water come through, right? As long as it doesn't get blocked up. And the distance from here to here is about right. So that looks pretty good for that side. This side here I haven't got. Can you see that? I don't know. Haven't got that done yet. I'll do that. Well, that'll be next week. So that's passenger side door pretty near done. And that's it for today. It's Friday. Oh boy. So I gotta put together a movie for you guys. Look at that, no doors. No doors. Maybe I'll make it into a Baja bus, and go cruising in the desert. No, I don't think so. Anyway, no doors, no windows, no nothing. It's just a shell. But eventually it'll get put back together, I hope. Anyway, that's it for today, and that's it for this week. So I'll get together a movie, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Yeah, as soon as the camera points at them, they quit. Tony is reasonably tolerant of the little guy, but they get on the floor and really go after each other sometimes. In this case, anyway, that's a day in the life here. Yeah, here it's kind of a grim day. Thursday, December 8th, 2022. Hey, me and my pal. Can't keep him in the focus very long. Heading to the beach. Hey, come on, let's go. Anyway, you can hear the wind howling up in the trees. Nothing's pushed down anywhere, so it's not bad going today. And Buster, he sort of sticks pretty close. Well, he's got a leash on him, so he can't get too far away, right? So, anyhow, I'll update as we get closer to the beach. There was a big rainstorm overnight, and it's still like 6 or 7 degrees Celsius, so whatever that is in Fahrenheit, maybe 40 degrees or something like that. So it's not really winter here at all, although it is December. And lots and lots of trees down still. You see more of them now that all the leaves are gone. Oh well, carry on. Oh yeah, there you go. Got to get up on that bank so you can have a pee, right? And get tangled around a stick. Oh yeah, get tangled right around that stick. That's good. Okay, let's get you out of there. Hang on. Okay, there you go. Yeah, come on. Move along. Got to check out everything that happens on the outside of the path, and of course get tangled in trees. Come on, out of there. There, climb on that side of the path now. See what's happening. This is my walk to the beach, yeah? As it happens every time. Looks like it's pretty blustery down at the beach. We'll just see when we get there. If we ever get there. Yeah, here we are, pretty close. You can hear the wind and waves out here now. Oh, there's pretty good waves coming in today. Not high enough to come over into the frog pond, that's good. But all the ice has gone off there, which is not surprising. And Buster likes checking out here where the muskrat comes up. He smells it all the time. Yeah, so might be a bit of wind noise out here. There goes a duck. Oh, you can see it going. I don't know where he wants to go out here. Yeah, there's pretty good wind here today. And the waves are blowing up and we're going to have to see how Buster likes the waves. What's going on here, doggy? Yeah, it's a windy, wavy day. Buster staying in pretty close. Lots of sea foam today. Anyway, raining on me. So there you go. Not every day is a sunny day down here. Lots of them are, though. Yeah, Buster, you want to get out of this? Let's head her back up the other way. Anyway, that's it for today. See you later.